Okay, so how do you handle it when your boss is wrong? That's another great question that we got today, and let's dive into it. So, if you're a senior leader, you're a member of an ELT, something like that, you're definitely going to run into situations where your boss or manager or executive has a idea or strategy that is quite different from what you're thinking, and you feel like they're incorrect about it. Now, the first tip I have is to realize and understand that your boss is calling the shots, or maybe it's an executive. They have every right to that opinion or that strategy or direction. And thinking a little old school, you might have to accept it and have the patience to live with that decision that your boss has made for a period of time. Now, what I've found is usually if the decision is really, really wrong, um, it gets realized by the boss fairly quickly, and then you can adjust and change once that realization is made. But you have to have patience. So that's the first tip: is just have patience, accept it, potentially see how things go, and then after that, you may be able to suggest an alternative idea. Number two, speaking of alternative ideas, if you have a different solution, you have to definitely have two things. One is data to show it to your boss or executive. And the second, again, is patience so that you can kind of connect with your boss on a repeated basis to explain to them how this alternative idea might work better. And so if you have the data and you have the patience, over time, you can convince people. The third thing is sometimes what happens is you're going to have continuous disagreements potentially. You may think your boss has a wrong idea 5 quarters in a row or something, right? At that point, you should start thinking about whether or not you align to the overall like direction of the company, or what project you're working on, and whether it's the right project for you or the right company. And if it's not, if those disagreements continue for a long period of time, then maybe thinking about going to a new place should be an option for you. So let's recap. Number one, the boss is making decisions. He or she is the boss for a reason. You kind of have to have patience and accept it. Number two, you have to have data for an alternative idea that you might have, and the patience to repeatedly show that data to your boss over time. And then three, if this is happening on a continuous basis for a long period of time, maybe think about switching projects or going to a new organization. There's no harm or shame in thinking that. So, great question. Again, thanks for submitting it. If you want something answered, go ahead and put it down in the comments. Thanks.